Finding the right challenge question and defining the real problem to solve is one of the most difficult tasks. That's why in this video we will deconstruct this mystery and break it down to a few practical steps you can also apply to define your challenge question. We will go through our tips and suggestions on how to provide enough room and inspiration for your team to come up with outstanding ideas you are ready to implement. So let's jump in. Before we get into the practical part, a few words on why asking the right questions matters in the first place. When Harvard researchers Gregers and Dyer and Christiansen interviewed innovators like Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, or Pierre Omidyar, founder of eBay, they found that these top performers had one thing in common. They developed the ability to ask good questions. However, questions most people ask uncover what is already known. Top performers, on the other hand, ask questions that uncover the unknown because they inspire a new way of thinking. Even at Catmul, Pixar CEO is emphasizing in his book Creativity Inc. that the secret of Pixar lays in encouraging everyone in the company to ask sometimes even uncomfortable questions. The problem is that not many of us know how to ask questions that will inspire really creative and new solutions. So many times what happens is that we ask a question and the answers or the ideas we get are either too generic or uncovers what we already knew. So if you want really specific and actionable ideas, then spend time with defining the problem. Ask the problem owner to speak as much about the details of the problem as possible. The first step is inviting all the participants who know about the problem, including managers, including experts, and even people who experience the problem. We can use the fishbowl model remodeled for our problem map and surface as many details as possible about what is the background, what has happened so far, who is the target group for whom we really want to solve this problem, and in which time frame. What resources can our team use easily to implement the solution? And why do you want to solve it in the first place? What is the target positive impact? And is it in line with any part of the strategy to go forward with in the future? How does it tie into a longer term roadmap? While we are talking about the problem, for example, how can we reduce churn and increase customer satisfaction, we can translate them into specific questions. Just like, how might we adopt best practices we have from other user segments? Or how could we make unsubscribing harder? Maybe not. How could we use our online channels for following the user journey of new subscribers? How to use our online channels to solve problems for our online users faster. How can we increase customer satisfaction within the first week? So this way, we can break down the problem to multiple elements. And it also gives us the possibility to ask back. Like, why do you think unsubscribing happens the most on the first week? What could be the root cause of this problem? When we are done with writing all the post-its, either virtually or in person, place it on the problem map. Pasting the post-its to the specific part of your problem map will help you to see which parts of the problem we know most about and which part we know least about, and decide whether it's important or not, and if yes, ask back a lot of questions about the root cause. Why this specific element happens this way. When you are done, Give 5 or 10 dots to each participant and ask them to spend it anyway on the most important aspects of the problem, like which questions they find most important to find ideas for. In our case right now, about increasing customer satisfaction and decreasing customer churn, we found that 2 aspects, like 2 specific questions, seems to be the most important according to everyone. How can we motivate the users to create their own content in the first week? And how can we use the time and resources of the customer support team to engage with new users proactively and get in touch with them? So if you have 2 questions, think about how you can combine them. For example, how can we use the time and resources of the customer segment team to motivate new users to create their own content already in the first week? So this is how we could combine 2 questions into one. Now comes the validation steps. Give each other 5 seconds to come up with as many possible ideas for new solutions for this question. If within the 5 seconds you can come up with at least 1 or 2 possible solutions or ideas, it shows that the question is inspiring and it's well defined in order to trigger the creativity of the participants as well to come up with new solutions. But if you cannot come up with any good ideas in 5 seconds, it means that maybe the question is still either too complex or too wide, too open, and then it means we need to come back and redefine it. If our question passed through the 5-second test, it means we are ready to develop its title and description. It's important because every participant will need to get to know as much about the initial problem as we did just right now. Involve people and make it motivating for them to join. Explain what is the background of the problem, who is the target group we want to solve it for, what is the time frame, and what will be the most important criteria on which we will select the best solutions. And your challenge description on an inspiring tone. For example, share as many brave and out-of-the-box ideas as you can come up with. We can't wait to hear from them. So now that you have reached this far, you're ready to create your own challenge. Think of what problem would you like to solve that would create the most impact for your team or company? What ideas would you like to surface in order to grow faster or more efficiently? Feel free to create your challenge in Be-novative, and if you have any questions, use the built-in chat. We are always there to help you on your way to success. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, because new videos on innovation methods, design thinking, and igniting the collective creativity of your company are soon out. See you next time. Bye bye.